Coaches, Rick Stewart of All Access Coaching. I'm really excited to bring you this free video, and make sure you hit the subscribe and like button down below. And if you hit the like and subscribe button, you'll get notified when we upload new content. We're uploading 3 or 4 videos every week.
All right, so the formations. This is a big one, right? You got to have your lineman back. This is just a classic wing T stuff. So I'm going to fly through this. I always tell people my wings and how they line up depends on the genetics their mama gave them. And those wings need to cheat for success. Because we sugar huddle, I've got a video coming up of our sugar huddle. Because we sugar huddle and we sprint out of the huddle and snap it so dang fast, we can move our wings around 1 by 1, 2 by 1, 5 by 1, 4 by 1. And the defense really doesn't pick up on it. I've already told you, I just have gotten away from putting our wings out as a slot. When I first made the DVDs, I talked about a spread formation and some twins formations. And I don't do that because if I put him out there as a receiver so I can run those RPOs, now he's not a running back. And so, that's kind of how we do. We do play with those splits. Depending on who we're playing, what we're doing, especially in the midline and veer game, we really like to start widening our splits out in the midline and veer. I'm not stuck to rules, right? Couple of things is let your kids adjust. As long as they're getting the job done, be okay with it. Don't get all anal, just as long as they're getting the job done. A lot of things depends on their genetics their mama gave them. And very important, the cheat for success. As far as those splits and stuff, it's got to change a little bit. What you got to avoid is him getting foot to foot. Okay, so that's how it looks. So getting the formations. Scott Meadows, Roger Holmes, as I've been flying around, I feel very good. I feel very vindicated that a lot of guys are doing what we do. I went down the road of one word, trying to come up with one word stuff so I can go fast and it would be easy kids. But I'm going to tell you what happened. Eric Marty, the junior college coach I went up and filmed, he said the same thing. If you're going to just say, all right, this word means this formation, and you want to run 50 formations, easy math. I run about 72 formations. Then your kids are going to have to memorize 50 words and 50 things. Everybody on the team. If you want to be multiple and remain simple, you're going to have some formations that require 2 or 3 words. Your play call is going to be verbose. If you want to be multiple, there's no way around in your terminology, okay? I'm just telling you, I've already went down this road, and there's nobody can convince me otherwise. I don't want my kids memorizing things. Every position has a few words they learn. Each one of my kids only have to learn like 3 or 4 words. Now, in the play call, that might mean I have to say 5 or 6 words to call the play. But I'm telling you how many times, no time at a timeout, we just change things on the fly. I can go on a Monday and just say some words, and the kids line up in a new formation. I don't teach anything because the kids know their words. And so there's been a lot of changes here from what is in the playbook and what was on those original DVDs. That's still our no call. If I don't say anything, that's how we line up. In practice, we call this loose. It's just for communication. The splits depends on lots of things. If we're on the hash, we're in the middle of the field, what the play call is. This is the one. I left this in. Guys, I haven't ran this formation in probably 7 years. Just not going to do it. I would have to bring the L and R in motion to do any kind of running game. And it would be so easy for the defense to defend. So that's how we have a tight end, right? So the tight end word is tight end over. Those are also the X's word. The X and Y are kind of married in their words. So there's tight. So that tells the X go opposite. If we said over, the tight end would go over here and the X would go opposite. And then the word heavy is for him. I still have that word. Heavy puts him on the side of the tight and of the tight end. So it's over heavy or tight heavy. This is a new one that we like a lot, and it's so that I could run my brother's concepts, which is the air raid shallow mesh. We have a play that we run a lot. I'm going to talk about it in the air raid cock, where we bring our right wing or tight end on a little cross, fairly shallow crosshair, and we take our X and run them on like a 10-yard dig, and we high-low this free safety. Well, I can't only get in that formation when I'm going to run that pass play. So we get in this crack alignment, and actually Scott Meadows gave me the idea about it. If you've got an X that can block, now what happens is I can crack here on jet and buck and different things like that. It's open up some condensed sets with the passing game. Crack is only an X word because I still have the nasty and the flex words that I use for the tight end. If this was the tight end standing right here, only 3 yards away in a 2-point stance, it'd be over flex. If I want the tight end about, basically the tight end and wing trades places, if I want the tight end right here and bring the wing in between the gap, and I say nasty, the tight end's in a 3-point stance. Flex brings them out a little bit more in a 2-point stance. Crack is just for the X. And it gave me some variations I could do with condensed sets. River and Lake has been very good to us. I know the tight end's covered up, but they have to bring somebody out here, and it opens up our belly game, okay? Opens up our belly sweep game. If they don't bring somebody out, then I'm going to take the Y and block the corner and just throw it right now to the X. It's built in. This is now a pre-snap RPO for us. And we just throw a X quick. Some people call it a now screen. We throw it to him right now, and the tight end just blocks the corner. We're gone, Johnson. If the guy doesn't widen out enough, the tight end can crack the person they bring out. We can stalk the corner. I can run jet. I can run tailback toss. I can run the L swing. They've got to bring people out here, even though I'm not going to throw the ball to tight end. When they bring the guy out, now I've only got 7 in the box, right? I got to reduce the numbers of the box. So I really like River and Lake. They're both in 2-point stances. They can hold hands. Trips for us is a wing word. So trips, this is the only words left in the offense that I use left and right. I haven't come up with a creative way to call my trips formations. So we still say trips left, trips right. And I want to get away from it. This coming year, I'm gonna replace this word with something. I don't want left and right anywhere in my play call. Okay, so I can have trips left, then I can have tight trips left. The tight end and X do not know what trips is. It's meaningless to them. They heard tight. I could go tight heavy trips left. Heavy would bring the X over. Tight heavy is X and Y words. Trips is the wings word. If I want to bring the tight end over and be in a tray set, then I go over trips left. Over tells the X to go over. So just be. If I want to get in a quad set, I think that's coming up. There we go. Then I go tight heavy. Tight heavy talks to the X and Y. Trips right talks to the wings. By teaching this language, I can get very versatile and start doing a lot of formations. And I don't have to explain a lot of things because the kids just know what their words are. Okay? All right. I used to call this left and right on the old stuff. This was a left formation, meaning we had left wing. That confused our kids all the time because the kids would hear left and other people would think you're left, or the left wing would say, well, coach, you said left. I thought that meant I go back. So my son came over the deal. We call it, we go Lucy and Ricky after the 1950 show. And that puts us in an ability to run plays without putting the right wing in motion. So I can go Lucy, belly left, Lucy, buck left. I can start running plays without this guy being in motion. In the playbook, it's called left and right, and we got rid of the left and the right. So we go Lucy and Ricky for the backfield. Thumper's been really good for us. I want to back up here. We also have the ability to put our wings on the same side. So if I brought this right wing, if I want to put my right wing right here and have, for whatever reason, 2 lead blockers for the tailback. There's lots of reasons I want to do this. If I'm putting them both on the same side, we now call this load. I used to call it lion. And if I want to put them both on the right side, so I'd have a right wing here, and this would be my left wing, we call this Rambo. Because of us getting rid of the tubby words that are coming up, we had to make those changes. This is how we get an empty. We never call empty. Empty is just a bow call, B-O, back out. So all we have is bow left and bow right. That's it. Bow left and bow right. All that stuff I just showed you guys, I just add bow left and bow right, and now I'm in empty. So this formation for us is over. So if I go over, bow left. Oops, I'm going to the near. Okay, the near and far. Okay, near and far, just near means you go near the tight end. Far means you go away from the tight end. Let me back up. If I go over bow left, our tailback goes right here. If I go over bow right, our tailback goes here. Okay, I could go over trips left. So now this guy's gone. Over trips left, bow right. Okay, count the words. Over, trips left, bow right. 5 words. Now I could just say, I can come up with some word for empty. But I'm going down the road of kids having to just have rote memorization. My kids don't have a trouble with this because even though we had to say 5 words in the huddle, all the tight end heard was over, all the right wing heard was trips, and all the tailback heard was bow right. So our bow right is how we are now getting into our empty sets with our bow. I do a lot of that with the running quarterback. So there it goes. That's what I was just talking about. So there's our right. So trips right only talk to the left wing. And then bow left is the tailback. The X and Y know to split out because they didn't hear anything. If they didn't hear one of their words, I could say loose, but that's just our base formation for X or Y. And now I start doing a lot of things with the running quarterback. I start bringing the tailback and right wings in motion and start running quarterback bellies, quarterback traps, quarterback ISOs up the middle.
Coaches, I really hope you got some great information from that YouTube video. Again, hit the subscribe and like button down below. It gives us valuable data. And you also get notified when I upload new content to this channel. Thanks for watching, coaches.